what's up? It's Joe Ready from Ready's Rides, and I am back here at Subaru of Port Richey because lo and behold, I came across this 2016 Mazda Miata. Let's talk about the Miata. Miata first came out on the scene back in 1989 at the Chicago Auto Show and really just changed the auto industry because what it did, it brought back some of that magic that was originally brought to the auto industry from those early days from the British auto manufacturers. We're talking about Austin Healey, we're talking about MG, we're talking about Triumph. Fun, light, small sports cars. It wasn't about a lot of power, but it was about handling and just putting the biggest smile on your face. And that's what Mazda did with the Miata. So much so that guess what? The Miata is the world's #1 selling sports car. No other car has sold more than the Miata. So that definitely has to speak volumes about the magic that Mazda has brought to the auto industry. Let's go ahead and take a look at this 2016 because what I love about it, totally redesigned for 2016. I love the front end, the headlights, so small, makes it look so aggressive. I like the way they did a little bit of a lower lip spoiler that didn't go all the way across, just came out on each corner, nice touch. You have the fog lamps down there with the headlight housing, very, very nice. And then you have a large opening for that radiator. I think what they were able to do with this car is take away some of the cuteness and give it some aggression. It almost looks like a mini Jag F-Type, to be honest with you, especially from the back. But very clean. I like the gloss black here, and this ceramic gray color is spot on for it. It really shows the lines perfect. And I really, really like that about the car. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side here. As we come around the side, this one is a standard model. So you're looking at just a standard 16-inch aluminum wheel. Yes, can you believe it? 16-inch wheel. Very small wheel, but this is a small car. We're only talking about weighing around 2,400 pounds. But I do like the design of it, and it does go well with the car. Now, you can get optional BBS wheels that are larger with Brembo brakes and all that great stuff. But this one, being the standard model, it fits it just fine. It does the job just fine. Very, very nice the way they got the curves with the fender. I like the marker light on the side. Excellent touch. As we go back, I think what they did was very smart here. They painted the actual frame of the windshield black. It really just hides that whole appearance of the bulkiness of the windshield. And I like the way that they painted the side mirrors black. Very nice touches. As we go back to the rear of the car, you can see just how nicely the top folds down. Now, I'm going to give it a little bit of zonk because I would like to see like a body painted tonneau cover over the cover, but you'll see when we get in the car, this cover is so easy to put up and down, it would probably make it a little bit harder, and it still just is clean look and very simple. As we wrap around the back, here's what I was telling you about. I really feel that this design was taken from Jaguar, the way the rear end comes around. I like the headlight housings, and there's that MX-5. Now, a lot of people get confused on this. They're like, is it an MX-5? Is it a Miata? The way that Mazda designates their models is there's like the MX-6, you know, they had the Mazda 3. MX-5 is specific to this chassis. Miata is the name. Now, if you look, there's no actual Miata name on it. The reason why is they thought that that made it a little bit extra cute, and they kind of wanted to leave it off the back of the car. So that is why you don't see that. Exhaust, very simplistic. You have two exhausts on one side. What I think would have been really nice is if they would have put one exhaust on each side with a finished tip. I think it would just really bring the scale of the car, the upscale feel, a little bit higher, but very clean, very simple. This thing, I hate. I don't know why cars 21st century has to have this. I'm sure it looks really bizarre the way that I'm touching it, but anyways, I don't like that. I wish they would have put some type of just low mount right on the trunk. I like the third brake light, the way it's very slim, and they use that gloss black again. That really hides the third brake light into the trunk lid and doesn't make it look so obtrusive. Let's go ahead and pop the hood and see what is powering this MX-5, better known as the Miata. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, here we are underneath the hood of the 2016 Mazda Miata. That's that 2-liter inline 4 naturally aspirated. So no turbochargers, no superchargers. It's rear-wheel drive. This particular one is mated to a automatic transmission. I'm not the biggest fan, but the great news is for people who do not know how to drive a manual, you have an option between the 6-speed manual or the automatic. At the end of the day, you're looking about 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds. But remember, you're only moving around 2,400 pounds. That engine, 155 horsepower, the wonderful news is that if you go down to your local Mazda dealership and buy a brand new 2019, you're gonna get 181 horsepower. Now zonks. Am I gonna zonk underneath the hood? Yes. Hood prop. I know a lot of you are not big fans of it, so we'll go ahead and zonk the hood prop. Other than that, the actual layout of the engine I like. There's not a lot of plastic. I guess personally, if this was gonna be mine, I would zonk it because it's got the automatic. But like I said, it's nice in today's world to have options. Let's go ahead and fire this Mazda Miata up. Alright guys, here we are inside the 2016 Mazda Miata. What's crazy is I'm 6 feet tall and I actually feel really comfortable in this car. The seats are very soft. They have some nice bolstering. Let's talk about the door panels. Door panels, I'm going to give a couple zonks. The plastic is very, very hard. I'm not a big fan of the faux carbon fiber around the window switch over there. It does have a leather armrest, which is nice, to give it a little bit of a higher upscale feel, but they could have done a little bit more work in the actual door panel. Seats, very simplistic. These are full cloth. Now remember, there are different options, and for 2019 you could actually get Recaros in the Mazda Miata. But this car, it's about fun, you know, so it's not like you're gonna get all these bells and whistles. Very, very nice fabric, but it is simple, very simplistic. I'd like to see a little bit of a different design going on, but like I said, at the end of the day, they're comfortable. Dash, it's interesting because you have the dash kind of slopes down. This one, you can see when it comes to the infotainment screen, it's non-existent. This is just a standard model. There's no backup camera, so until 2019 really is when they had backup camera as equipment on a Miata. But you can see everything is just simple with the knobs. You don't get dual climate control. You do get push button start. There's that automatic transmission. I do like the leather around the shift knob, the boot, and on the e-brake. Good old-fashioned e-brake. You can see when it comes to space, you're not getting a lot of space in here. There's a little center console. I think you could put a peanut in here. That's probably about, if you're gonna have a snack later, you could put one peanut in there. That's about the size of that. You have these cup holders, which what's interesting about the cup holders is that you can take them, and if you don't want them or want to throw them out while you're driving down the road, I don't recommend that, but I guess you could do that. Now the biggest storage container is gonna be right here, and to get to that one, which is a little awkward, this is deep. You can see how far my arm goes back in there. That's gonna be it, because guess what? If you have a pair of gloves, your favorite driving gloves, there's no glove box. So that's non-existent. Let me show you, since you're on this side, how easy it is to put this top up. So you go and you just clip right here, pops up, and then you're gonna grab it, and then 1, 2, 3, that's it, done. Now if you want it back down, you go ahead and flip that. That's gotta be my favorite part of this. You know, I know some people might be saying, well, I would like to have an electric motor where I could press the button and make it go down. Listen, it doesn't get any easier than that, and you don't have to worry about added weight. Why don't you come on over here and we'll show you the business side of this Mazda Miata. All right guys, here's the business end behind the steering wheel of this Miata. Like I said before, getting in is so easy. Even though I'm 6 feet tall, I was able to slip right in. Steering wheel, I like the size. I like the overall shape of it. Very simplistic on the buttons. The one thing I don't like is the steering wheel does go up and down, but it will not telescope, so you can't bring the steering wheel out to you. The good news is for a 2019 Miata, you do have that ability to do that. What I do love is that big, large tachometer right in the center there. You can see over to the left, you have an LED readout with your fuel and your temp. And then I also like how you have an analog speedometer. Very simplistic, laid out nicely. I'm gonna go back to my zonks. The cheap, harder plastic. This thing right here, you would think that 21st century you would have a larger screen. Even if it doesn't have navigation, it would be larger and have more features. This does not, and no backup camera to this whole operation. But if you're ready, I'm ready to wrap up this Miata because I know Tom is. All right, guys, it's been a fun time here at Subaru Report Richie. So glad that I could finally bring a Mazda Miata to you guys. Expect a review of a 2019 Mazda Miata coming very soon. If these are the types of cars you like to see on Rady's Rides, these fun little sports cars, leave a comment in that comment section. If you have not subscribed yet, honestly, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back each and every day. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. The community on here, we just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just a wonderful experience, so thank you for all your support. Make sure if you haven't been to my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter pages, it's Rady's Rides original content all the time. If you want some merch, how do you get that? At the beginning of this video was a button right here in corner. Click that, it'll take you to Spreadshirt. You got hats, shirts, bandanas, bags, the whole 9 yards. You could show your support for Rady's Rides, help promote Rady's Rides, and we just keep growing bigger and bigger. Speaking of big, we got to talk about Tom Moschner. Guy's bigger than an oak tree, working out every day. He knocked one competition down. He's getting ready for his next one in February. It's just bigger and bigger for him as well. So make sure you show him some love in the comment section. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.